Hello there, very good afternoon and welcome to Lunchtime News on TV1 for the News First, where the people come first. I'm Martin Satyanesan. Let's start off with a look at your headlines for this afternoon. Asia Cup triumph will help Sri Lanka in T20 World Cup preparation, says Captain Dasun Shanaka. 51st session of the UN Human Rights Council opens today. USAID Administrator leaves Sri Lanka. Inter-Parliament Union Secretary General in the country for talks. 2 more arrests made over 9th May violence. Opposition leader calls on President to end witch hunt. Britain's longest-standing monarch Queen Elizabeth II's coffin arrived at the Edinburgh Palace. On to your top story this afternoon. Sri Lanka were crowned champions of Asia Cup for the 6th time after a 23-run win over Pakistan in Dubai on Sunday. Incidentally, Sri Lanka brought home the coveted trophy after a wait of 8 long years. The 2022 edition of the Asia Cup featured Sri Lanka, India, Bangladesh, Afghanistan and Hong Kong, and the finals took place on Sunday between Sri Lanka and Pakistan. Pakistan won the toss and invited Sri Lanka to bat first.
Tails is the call. Tails it is.
As far as the toss is concerned.
Seen them go from strength to strength.
Astonishingly, Sri Lanka were reduced to 58 for 5 at one point, after which Rajapaksa rode the storm and starred for his team.
What a delivery! 142.
Another cover drive from Sri Lanka.
Sri Lankan.
Timing, where's the timing? Medop is trying to get under it. Good catch. You said that he picks up wickets.
It's the reason why. Bold! What a delivery! Great call from Wakaria nicely.
Another one. Beautifully, Shanaka going for.
Bharat Rajapaksa starred for his side with an unbeaten 71 runs knock in the summit clash. Dasun Shanaka's men finished with a total of 170 for the loss of 6 wickets.
What a delivery once again.
He's giving it pace. Great shot, gave Hatsaranga win.
Look at this, straight. Couple of bounces into the fence.
That's swung away for 6. Oh, good hit.
He's also
That's high. 2 fielders underneath it. Cheeky, brilliant execution. In the crowd for 6. What?
In reply, Pakistan folded for just 147 runs, with Wanindu Hasaranga claiming 3 wickets. But it was a young Pramod Madushan who took everyone by surprise with 4 wickets.
Wasn't the greatest of delivery, but they've got their first one. Circle.
Hasaranga, who was a judged player of the tournament, effectively derailed Pakistan's chase when the spinner dismissed the dangerous Rizwan, Asif Ali and Kushdil Shah in the same over.
11 runs. It's gone for it. And it's a 6.
Yes, in the air. But it's being taken in the deep.
Bharat Rajapaksa was named man of the match for his 71-run bits.
Favorite area. Let's see, straight to the fielder. And some pressure.
Bowling as well. Tries to go aggressive. Bowling. He cleans him up. Sri Lanka celebrate. They've gone on to defend 170. 5 wins on the trot, which Sri Lankans haven't seen in a long time. What a tremendous performance. Dasun Shanaka, the captain. Captain marvellous. Didn't have many players to work with. But look at what they've ended up with. This is outstanding from Sri Lanka.
Yeah, congratulations to Sri Lanka. Got on a real roll in the last 5 games and they deserve everything they get. What a performance under huge pressure.
It will mean a lot.
Innings. Hasaranga.
Celebrations broke out all over following Sri Lanka's win over Pakistan. We are really happy today because we were able to reach the finals of the series. We are extremely thankful to the fans and all the people who even came to Dubai to support us. We are undergoing a transition period, and since then we had the support of the fans. I think this will be a happy moment for them as well. Our hope is to play like this in the future.
spectators like supporters like ඉතින් මං හිතනවා මේක අපිට වගේ මේගොල්ලන්ටත් ලොකුම يعني හුඟක් ප්‍රීති ජනක දවසක් තමයි. ඉතින් මේ විදිහට ශ්‍රී ලංකාවෙන් තමයි අපේ එකම බලාපොරොත්තුව.
The victorious Sri Lankan team stepped out of the Dubai grounds amid celebrations from the fans. In more cricket news, the Sri Lanka legends crushed Australia legends by 38 runs on Sunday night in the Road Safety World Series 2022. The Road Safety World Series 2022 match between Sri Lanka legends versus Australia legends was played at the Green Park Stadium in Kanpur in India. Sri Lanka legends posted a mammoth 218 runs for the loss of 1 wicket thanks to some quick fire from opening duo TM Dilshan with 107 runs and Dilshan Munawira with
ඇත්ත කෙටියෙන් දත්ත වැඩියෙන් සයිබර් අවකාශයේ කලබන වුවත් සලකුණ News First YouTube channel අදම subscribe කරන්න. News First ජනතාව සමග. ඇත්ත කෙටියෙන්
regular session from 12th September to 7th October at the UNHRC in Geneva.
Sri Lankan Foreign Minister, President's Council Ali Sabri is expected to address United Nations Human Rights Council session on Monday after the report of the Office of the High Commissioner on Promoting Reconciliation, Accountability and Human Rights in Sri Lanka is presented to the 51st session. Justice Minister Vijayadasa Rajapaksa and officials from the Attorney General's Department and the Foreign Ministry are accompanying the Foreign Minister. At the same time, SJB parliamentarians Mujibur Rahman, Dr. Kavinda Jayawardena and Attorney-at-Law Eran Valley Angel left for Geneva to attend the 51st regular session and to make submissions. In addition, lawyers Noan Bopage on Saturday left for Geneva to brief the 51st session of the UN Human Rights Council against state repression.
USAID Administrator Samantha Power, before departing Sri Lanka, met with low-income earning families in the heart of capital Colombo. She stressed that all donors need to step up and contribute.
It's one of the more vulnerable communities in the capital, and I heard tales of women who, waiting in line for 2 or 3 days for fuel, they had to bring their kids there because there's no one to watch their kids at home. They've had to skip meals. They're unable to buy shoes for their children. This economic crisis is hitting hard. It's hitting everyone hard, but it's hitting the most vulnerable the hardest. USAID is going to provide additional humanitarian assistance to help some of these communities meet needs, but we need all donors to step up to contribute.
Martin Chungong, Secretary General of the Inter-Parliamentary Union, will meet Prime Minister Dinesh Gunawardena for talks on Monday. The visit of the Secretary General of the Inter-Parliamentary Union was organised according to an invitation extended by the President Ranil Wickremesinghe when he was the Prime Minister. Martin Chungong is expected to meet the Secretary General of the Sri Lankan Parliament, Damita, Speaker Mahindayapa Abeyratne, and Opposition leader Sajid Premadasa. He will also meet with President Ranil Wickremesinghe on Tuesday. Moving along, actress Damita Abeyratne was ordered to be released on 2 personal bails of 500,000 rupees each by the 4th Magistrates Court. Earlier Sri Lankan actress Damita Abeyratne, who was a member of the Aragalaya protests, was remanded to the 14th of September by the 4th Magistrates Court. Actress Damita Abeyratne was arrested on Wednesday, the 7th of September, while taking part in a protest themed the Silent Hour at the Parliament roundabout opposite the Abeyratne. Sri Lanka police said that the actress was arrested for unlawful assembly, unlawful entry to the President's office and other charges. Moving along, opposition leader Sajid Premadasa visited actress Damita Abeyratne earlier today.
I
condemn the government's witch hunt on people like Damita Abeyratne, who led the people's struggle. At present, the youth are being hunted down, and this should not happen in a democratic society. We urge the President and the government to take measures to immediately release her from prison. If she was sent to prison for political gains, then we consider her as a political prisoner. There is no government policy to this effect. We will stand by her and fight in the name of democracy.
Meanwhile, the Aragalaya activists Nalinda Kure and Nadira Francis were summoned to the Criminal Investigations Department on Monday. Police informed us to arrive at the CID, stating that we have damaged government property. We have already seen the destruction of public property and the country's resources. We engaged in the Aragalaya in protest against it.
What they're trying to do is incite fear and prevent people from taking to the streets. We do not believe it would happen. They cannot govern anymore, and the people want answers. They are making matters worse, and we will take to the streets. The Aragalaya cannot be suppressed.
2 more suspects were arrested in connection to damaging properties of politicians on the 9th of May. Police noted a 44-year-old individual was arrested for damaging the house belonging to the mayor of Horana. Police also arrested a 37-year-old individual for causing damages to the house of the chairman of the Kurunegala Pradeshiya Sabha.
The Society of Government Pharmacists has raised alarm over the shortage of medicines in the country.
පිළිකා රෝගීන්, වකුගඩු රෝගීන්, අධික රුධිර පීඩනය සඳහා ඖෂධ ලබා ගන්නා හෘද රෝගීන්.
There is a shortage of medicines for cancer patients, kidney patients, high blood pressure patients and diabetic patients. We have identified the mostly used Decros with 5% of the dose as an essential drug needed by hospitals. However, stocks of this drug is not even available in medical supply divisions. Stocks of 8 varieties of medicines needed for basic cancer patients are not available. Treatment of 60% of all cancer patients have come come to a critical point. A massive amount of medicine stocks are finished. Within the next 2 to 3 weeks, drug stocks will finish. There is no accepted mechanism to obtain these drugs.
මේ ඖෂධ නැවත ලබා ගැනීම සඳහා මේ වෙනකොට පිළිගත හැකි ක්‍රමවේදයක් නැහැ.
Farmers' organizations alleged that a proper price has not been provided for the produce of the farmers who cultivated amidst the fuel and fertilizer shortage. Joint Farmers' Organization of Anuradhapura District Irrigation Movement, convening a media briefing, informed of their struggles on Monday.
We cultivated by purchasing weedicides and pesticides for higher price amidst the fertilizer and fuel shortage. What is the cost of reaping the harvest and what is the cost of cultivation? As a result, the cost of production has become a huge issue. The Paddy Marketing Board must sell the price at 150 rupees.
The Samagi Jana Balavegya carried out a membership promotion campaign in Ratnapura on Sunday.
Questions are raised of a possible merge between the UNP and the SJB. There is no need for that because both factions have the same supporters. However, if we are to support the UNP must be a party that does not have any deals to save the Rajapaksas from their crimes committed during the government of good governance. The SJB will not form any alliance with those engaged in fraud and corruption.
Ranil Wickramasinghe clearly knows how to be thankful to the Rajapakshas. That is a gift for those 37 people. Not only those 37 people, but also their 10 to 12 cabinet ministers as well. We always told to reduce the cabinet to 15 or 20. We always stressed there is no requirement for state ministers and deputy ministers. The priority of the Ranil Wickramasinghe government should not be appointing state ministers at a time when the innocent people have been taxed heavily and increasing the electricity and water bills.
ජීවත් වෙන්න බැරි මට්ටමට පත් කරනකොට රටක් හැටියට ඇමතිවරු පත් කිරීම නෙමෙයි රනිල් වික්‍රමසිංහ මැතිතුමාගේ ප්‍රමුඛ කාර්යය විය යුත්තේ.
Bringing happiness to the people. Gammadha. For the people. By the people.
5 people were reported dead following multiple homicides reported within the past 24 hours in Sri Lanka. Crime Watch has the details.
Crime Watch. A 66-year-old security guard who was on duty at a vehicle sales centre in Dalukotua, Kochikade was found murdered on Monday morning. Sri Lanka police said the killers had also removed the parts of 3 vehicles and fled. A police investigation is underway. Crime Watch. A 55-year-old father of 1 was hacked to death in Katana on Sunday night. It was reported that the murder was the result of a heated verbal dispute and the killer had also taken his life. Crime Watch. The body of a 30-year-old man who had died under mysterious circumstances was discovered at the Kotagala commercial junction along the Hatton-Nuwara Elia main road on Monday morning. Newsfirst correspondent said that serious injuries were witnessed on the body of the deceased and blood spatter was also seen along the road where the body was found. The deceased was identified as an employee at a fish market in Talawakale. Sri Lanka police is conducting an investigation to determine if the deceased was a victim of a hit-and-run incident. Crime Watch. 1 man died in a quarrel between 3 brothers in Panadura. One brother who tried to de-escalate the brawl was seriously injured and was admitted to the Mathura General Hospital. The men who are suspected to have committed the murder have fled the area. Crime Watch.
The program to create the longest painting in the country with the participation of school children from all over the island is being held for the 11th day in the Kandy district. The more than 1,000-foot-long painting will be created on the occasion of Universal Children's Day on October 1st with the theme Rise Together. The program is organized by Sirasa TV in association with the Ministry of Education. Students from several schools in the Kandy district joined the program to add color to the longest painting. Shifting your attention to international news, Queen Elizabeth II's coffin has been brought to Edinburgh following a 6-hour journey from Balmoral.
Mourners line the street as the hearse travel from Aberdeenshire to the Palace of Holyrood House, where her coffin will rest overnight. Mourners wishing to pay final respect to the Queen have been warned to expect long queues. Details have been revealed about how people can attend the lying-in state, which will take place at the Palace of Westminster. A portrait of the Queen illuminates the Burj Khalifa, the tallest building in the world. Meanwhile, several leaders have announced that they will be attending the Queen's funeral. The lying-in state begins on Wednesday and will last until Monday, the 19th of September, the day of the Queen's funeral.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has said Russia aims to deprive people of light and heat by causing power cuts across eastern Ukraine in revenge for a Ukrainian counteroffensive.
The blackouts have reportedly affected around 9 million people in the eastern regions, including Kharkiv and Donetsk. It comes after Ukraine said it had retaken over 300,000 square kilometers during a rapid counteroffensive in the east. Kharkiv mayor said Russian attacks on civilian infrastructure left much of his city without power or water. According to foreign media, what sounded like 2 further missile strikes were heard later in the evening. The Russian attacks were also disrupting railways, with the national train service announcing delays throughout the east, including in Kharkiv. Moscow denies its forces deliberately targeted civilians.
From that, we bring to a close this edition of Lunchtime News on TV1. For details of these stories and much more, simply log on to our website www.newsfirst.lk. For the News First, where the people come first, I'm Martin Satyanesan. You take care and stay safe.
ඇත්ත කෙටියෙන් දත්ත වැඩියෙන් සයිබර් අවකාශයේ කළඹන වුවත් සලකුණ News First YouTube channel අදම subscribe කරන්න. News First ජනතාව සමග